In our previous video, we talked about climate change as part of a corporate communications plan. Now we shift to company leadership. And this video is about one leader, one chief executive officer in particular, who you may recognize, Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook. In 2010, like today, he was very much in demand. That's one of the roles of a corporate communications team, helping to decide when and where the CEO appears in public. In the video segment we are going to watch next, Zuckerberg appears at a major technology conference, the Wall Street Journal's D Conference. This was a critical event for Zuckerberg, who at the time wasn't even 27 years old. The D Conference was known to attract the late Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, as well as all the top technology executives. Just as important, or maybe even more so, Facebook at the time was moving towards a public sale of its stock. This would be a chance to evaluate one of the youngest CEOs in the world. How would Mark Zuckerberg handle questions from two of the top journalists in the business? Let's find out.
I think the issue is you became the head of the biggest social networking company on the planet.
Yeah, no, so, but I think
everything
the
you said
interesting
then
thing is that, so I started this when I was, started working on this type of stuff when I was 18, started building this when I was around 19 years old. And along the way, I just gained, I think, a lot of stuff changed as we've gone from building this project in a dorm room to now having a service that almost 500 million people are using on a day-to-day basis. And
well, so they want to know who you are and what you actually think. I mean, and you should explain that to them. I mean, in some way. Do you feel like you're adequately portrayed as a? Because they want to wonder about the person who actually created this thing.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff happened along the way. I think. There were real learning points and turning points along the way in terms of building things. It really went from this position very early on, where we were just in this college dorm room, to we moved out to California. It was a few friends and me, and it just kind of had this project feel for a while. And there was this real turning point when companies started trying to buy the company for a huge amount of money. And, I had to kind of get my friends together, and we had to decide what was it that we really cared about and what was it that we wanted to do. And, we decided not to take those offers. And, to me, a lot of that decision was that what we wanted to do and what we wanted to spend, a big part of our lives doing was just continuing to push and kind of build products that help people share information, build products that help people stay connected. And that's really what we're spending our time doing. And I think there's just been a lot of space between that early stuff and where we are now. If I knew what I knew now then I hope I wouldn't have made those mistakes. But I can't go back and change the past. I can only do what we think is the right thing going forward.
So, before we move off this privacy thing, and I thought that was a fascinating answer.
Okay, you want to take off the hoodie?
I never take off the hoodie.
I know you don't. What's with that? There's a group of women in the audience that wish you would.
No.
Girls?
Whoa.
All right.
Sorry. That's okay.
Can you explain what this instant personalization thing was that you did, and why you did it, and what's the value of it to your users?
Maybe I should take off the hoodie.
Take off the hoodie.
Go ahead.
You want to? Go ahead. Here. Let me get someone. You all right?
Yeah.
This is a great moment in internet history.
What?
All right.
What are we going to do with the mic?
Put it on your...
All right.
Put it on the collar of your T-shirt. Do you want some?
Do you need some help?
No, I'm good.
All right. Okay. Mark?
Sorry about the...
Sorry about being warm, Mark.
No, it's...
We're not even yelling at you.
Yeah.
Yet.
We're not going to yell at it.
No, of course not. That is a warm hoodie.
Yeah, no, it's a thick hoodie. It's a company hoodie. We print our mission on the inside.
What?
Oh,
my
really?
God, the inside of the hoodie, everybody. Take a moment. What is it? Making the
world more open and connected.
Oh my God, it's like a secret
Cool.
cult. Look at that, making the world open and connected, stream graph platform, and this weird symbol in the middle that is probably for the Illuminati. Oh, 2010.
No, it's 2010.
Okay. Oh, no. I read Dan Brown on the...
So what is instant personalization, and why did you do it? What's it?
Sure. So I mean, what we're trying to do is you know, we're building Facebook in this way, what we think is pretty different from most other sites, right? And it's a lot more engaging than you know, almost every other website out there. And we think that the reason for that is that it's designed around people, fundamentally. You know, when you look at Newsfeed, we've done these interesting eye tracking studies where, you know, to see how people use the site. And unlike most applications, people don't browse through looking at navigation. They browse through looking at people, right? It's like you kind of fixate on a person's face and you navigate through that. So in a lot of apps, you might kind of go to messages and create messages through that. On Facebook, what you do is a lot of people navigate, they go to a person and they choose to send them a message or write on their wall or view their photos or whatever they're going to do.
That was just a small portion of the nearly hour-long appearance Zuckerberg made that day, but those 4+ minutes was what everyone was talking about. Zuckerberg sweating, taking off his hoodie, and looking so uncomfortable. That was the talk in the press and on social media. Think about what you saw and how he did. Watch it again if you'd like. We are going to discuss what you, as a strategic communications professional, could have done to avoid the negative consequences of this appearance. What could you have done to prepare him? How could you help him recover from the bad publicity that followed? Let's discuss what happened and what a corporate communications team could have done before and after at our next track session.